Hey everyone, it's contest time again on the channel. I'm so very excited for this one. It is going to be very kind of nostalgic in a way because one of the first big contests I ran on the channel is very similar to this one, and it was probably the favorite contest that I've ever done. It was an NHL, create a team branding contest, and I talk a lot about jerseys and logos, and my design is marketing and graphic design and visual stuff, right? So I love talking about brands and designs. So that's exactly what this contest is. It is create an NHL team brand contest. I'm going to get into all the rules, all the prizes, and all the good stuff. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and spend some next 10 minutes with me, and let's go over this. Okay, so I actually had to write everything down because there's so many things that I don't want to forget. But if you have any questions after the video, please leave them down in the comment section, and I will 100% for sure answer them. But let's start off with what I'm expecting from you. What do you need to create? So create a new NHL team, and here's the things that you need to provide, backing up your NHL team. You need to create a primary logo. This would, maybe be on the jersey or whatever. You also need to create a secondary logo. So you really need to think about your brand and what do you want to be your prominent piece here in your main logo, and what do you want to be to kind of be like an accent piece with your secondary logo. You need to come up with a team name, obviously. Now, I also would like a very brief description of your reasons as to why you named your team what you did. And I want it to be 300 characters or less. So basically, if you can fit it in a tweet, send it to me. I don't want this big long, 4 or 5 paragraph, big giant email. I don't have time to read all that. I just really simplified version. Let's say, for example, you live in, and by the way, it has to be in the city that you live in. The city or the town that you live in has to be your NHL team. It doesn't matter if it's viable or not. Let's use Coquitlam, for example, in British Columbia. Maybe your little description of your team is, hey, I live in Coquitlam. My team name is the Coquitlam Rail Yards because there's a lot of trains in my town or something. That's as simple as it needs to be. I just need a little bit of a reason as to why that you chose your team name. So if you live in Coquitlam, your NHL team, if you want to enter this contest, has to be Coquitlam. It has to be the town that you're from, but it can't be an NHL team. So if you live in Calgary, I want you to choose, maybe a town just outside of Calgary. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be anything really, as long as it's generally close to Calgary. I would even probably accept Canmore, which is I think like 45 minutes away, drive from Calgary. So I want it to be unique. I don't want it to be something that already exists in the NHL. And I also want a team jersey. So let's recap, okay? Primary logo, secondary logo, team name, description of why you named your team what you did, and a team jersey. So I'm expecting 5 things, or I'm requesting 5 things from you that'll qualify you into this contest. Now, there are obviously some rules here, and I kind of mentioned them already. So it cannot be a current NHL city, okay? If you live in Boston, I don't want you to come up with a new team name, the Boston Tea Party. I don't know. Like, it can't be an NHL city, okay? The team name cannot be a current NHL team name. So, for example, maybe you live in Calgary, but you're going to choose Canmore, but you still want the team name to be the Flames. They can't be the Canmore Flames, all right? It has to be a unique city and a unique name that is not currently in the NHL. That is rule number 2. Rule number 3, this is the most important rule of anything. No stealing any graphics. Do not go to Google, go to ClipArt or whatever, type in, if your logo has a wagon, don't go to Google and search wagon and then grab that photo or grab that graphic and then throw it into your logo, okay? If I see any stolen artwork, clip art, or anything like that, and I'm going to do reverse Google searches too, and I'm going to have a team that's going to be looking for stuff and scouring the internet looking for potential stolen artwork, automatic disqualification. This contest is about creativity. It's not about going and stealing artwork. You can go look at that stuff for inspiration, but don't take it. Draw it yourself. Whether it's on paper, whether it's digital, be creative. The intention here is to develop your skills as a designer or as an artist or whatever. One of the most satisfying things of doing this channel is to see your guys' artwork and see your progression, whether it's concepts or whether it's drawings or whatever. I love seeing you guys grow as artists and designers, and it's a really an amazing thing from my perspective to see that. And it doesn't matter if you're not the most amazing artist. Be creative, be innovative, but do it yourself And then the next time you go to do something, whether it's for a contest, whether it's for school or whatever, you'll be better because every time you do something, you get better. It's like an instrument. No one picks up a pen and can draw, the Mona Lisa or, whatever, paint the Mona Lisa. You gotta take time. It's like an instrument. No one picks up a guitar and just knows how to play stuff, okay? Invest in yourself, invest in your skills, and they will grow. So do not steal artwork. Like I said, literally automatic disqualification, okay? Rule number 4, you cannot have more than one submission. That seems very reasonable. Rule number 5, these must be emailed to my email, which is productions@posttopostShow.com. It is linked down below in the description, okay? No physical mail-ins. This must be emailed to me. And you can draw it and you can take photos of it and send that in. So if you don't want to design it digitally or you can't and you want to draw it on a piece of paper, totally fine. You can draw the jersey, you can draw the logo, whatever. Take photos of it and send it in. That's absolutely acceptable. I know not everyone can design digitally. You don't have to use a specific template or anything like that. If you do it digitally, you can use whatever you want. Okay, there's no regulations there. No NHL game concepts or logos. So don't go on NHL 22 and go to the create a team thing and create a jersey and then use one of the pre-made logos on there. That doesn't count, okay? No NHL game pre-made stuff. Be creative. Be original. Okay, now let's go on to some other details here. The due date is going to be February 28th, so you've got a little bit over a month. It's January 20th as I'm filming this, but you'll see it probably on the 22nd, I think. So you have definitely over a month to get this done, and the winner is going to be announced on March 19th. So that's roughly, 3-ish weeks after the due date. And I think that's on a Saturday. I'm pretty sure that's on a Saturday. Look out for that on March 19th. And now on to some more details here. I'm going to narrow it down to the top 20. So in these typical contests, I get minimum 100 entries, sometimes over 300, depending on the contest and how popular this original video is, and the interest in the prize and whatnot. And we'll talk about the prize here in a second. But I'm going to narrow it down to the top 20 because I can't go through 300 or 150 in a video. I don't have time to do that, and it's just not logistically. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so I'm going to narrow it down to the top 20, but my top 20 rather. But there are other ways to get in. There's going to be judges, so I'm going to narrow it down to the top 20, and then I'm going to present my top 20 to the judges. A couple of friends I have, a couple of designers. We're all going to look at them collectively and pick a winner, okay? This isn't going to be me dictating who's going to win. This is going to be a group effort, and we're really going to try and come to an agreement as a group as to who has the best design. And it doesn't even have to be viable. Like I said, if you live in a town of 1,000 people that will never support an NHL team, viability doesn't matter. This is about being creative and creating a brand, really. So narrowing it down to the top 20. However, there are other ways to get into the finals or the top 20 or a bonus entry above the top 20. And this is a really interesting thing that I kind of came up with, and it's a little silly, but I think it would be neat at the same time. So if you want to guarantee that your entry gets in and reviewed by the judges, regardless if it's in the top 20 of mine or not, you can do this to get in, to guarantee your entry. Go to your if you're entering your town, all these towns have signs. Welcome to Coquitlam. I want you to take a picture of yourself, a selfie, or get someone to take a photo of you in front of the sign and send it in. If you do that, it automatically guarantees that you are going to be reviewed by the judges. It doesn't matter about your design. You will be reviewed by the judges. Your work will be reviewed, and you will appear in the video, and I will show all those photos, as long as you guys are okay with it, in the video as well. But there's one specific rule, okay? A lot of people have these photos from the past, and maybe 10 years ago you visited Canmore, and maybe now you live in Canmore when you're going to go use that photo. No, you can't, okay? There's a rule. In the photo, you must salute. That's how I'm going to know that you've taken this photo recently. So that's the rule. Photo in front of the welcome to sign of the whatever town you live in and your team and stuff. So that is a fairly easy thing to do, but still maybe a little out of the way for some people, so they might not want to do it. But it guarantees you and to get reviewed by the judges into the finals and in the video as well, the winner announcement video. I'm going to show all the entries, the top 20 and bonus entries in that winner announced video. So even if you're not the winner, your entry is still going to be shown in that video. And it's probably going to be a bit of a long video, maybe about an hour, because I want to spend some time on a lot of the entries. I'm sure there's going to be some great ones. Okay, and that's I think that's it. So that's basically it. So to recap, I need 5 things from you: team primary logo, team secondary logo, team name, very brief description of the reason why you named your team what you did, and then a team jersey. So those 5 things. Rules: cannot be a current NHL city, team cannot be a current NHL team name, no stealing artwork, automatic disqualification. You cannot have more than one submission, must be emailed to productions@postofpostshow.com, no physical mail-ins, you can draw it and then take a photo of it and send it in, no NHL game concepts or logos, you must be original. Due date, February 28th, winner announced March 19th in a video. Like I said, narrow down to the top 20, bonus entries with the photo of the town sign automatically get entered into the judging. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Now let's get on to the prize, and I have to apologize. I can't provide much of a prize for this one. I don't have the available funds to go out and buy a bunch of jerseys or have some big elaborate thing. I do have 2 jerseys here, but at the very least, if you win, you might be able to flip them depending if they don't fit or not. But the first one's going to be an actual Team Canada Reebok jersey, or sorry, Nike jersey. It is size small, unfortunately. I know a lot of people don't like size small, but it's got the patch here on the side, 1914 to 2014, and it's got the IIHF. It is a legit jersey. So that's one of the prizes, and the other prize is going to be an Anaheim Ducks Reebok jersey. It is also size small, and it is blank. There is nothing on the back here, so 2 blank jerseys, and they're unfortunately Reebok. And again, I apologize. I just, the channel doesn't generate enough money to give away these big elaborate prizes all the time. I do rely on a lot of sponsors. I didn't engage any sponsors for this specific contest, but I do have a sponsor lined up for the next contest, which you're going to see in the spring, and you're going to love that prize, I promise you. So the channel will be able to generate a decent amount of income to buy a prize from now until summer, which is going to be the 3rd contest. So the 3rd contest prize is going to be pretty good. The 2nd one is going to be supported by a sponsor, so that one's going to be good. This one, the first one of the year, unfortunately, only 2 Reebok jerseys, but I hope you appreciate that. And if I am able to throw anything in there on top of those 2 in the next month and a half, well, you enter and then announce the winner. I guess it's almost 2 months now. It'll be 2 months from today, I guess, since from the announcement to the winner being announced. So if I'm able to add something else as a prize, I definitely will. So I appreciate you. If you have any questions, like I said, leave your comments down below in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're excited for the contest. And good luck and have fun. Adios.